where people come to taste the pasta, drink the wine, and visit the fantastic remnants of this once great Roman Empire all over Italy. I'm Paul Comfort, and on this episode of Transit Unplugged TV, that's what we're going to show you, like we are here right now at the Duomo, the famous cathedral in the heart of the city square of Milan. From here, we'll head to Turin and then to Florence by high-speed rail and end up in fantastic Rome. It's going to be a journey you'll always remember with us, and we're going to show you how to get around like a pro by showing you the public transportation systems along the way. All that on this episode of Transit Unplugged TV. We start out in Milan with our two local guides, Baiba and Pavel, taking the city's fully automated driverless metro line over to the train station, where we discuss the first of 3 high-speed rail lines we take during this entire trip. Caroline, great to be here at your station, SNCF, here in Milan.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I'm very pleased to welcome you in this station in Milan. That's a great place for us, very important.
And this train goes from Italy to France, right?
Yeah, it's both direction, obviously.
Right.
So it's a Milan, Torino, Paris train.
Okay.
With this TGV from Alstom, and this is a SNCF TGV Inouï.
Okay.
And it's been operating for more than 12 years.
That's great, yeah. We're going to take this later to Turin.
Yeah,
we're going to ride it there, it'll be fun. All right, we're on board your train. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's great. It's a first class of the train, so you've been able to visit all the train and well comfortable.
Yeah. So this train goes to France, right here from Italy. What's the future of that? Does it look like, and what role will your company play in that, in this kind of, transportation between countries?
I would say that transportation is crucial for the relationship between both countries. We feel very confident that it will go on with a great development of traffic on board of those trains. It's very interesting to note that even with the arrival of a new operator since 21, the Italian one, the market has almost doubled. So
wow.
It's a signal, a very strong signal that people are very eager to travel by train, even if it's not a very short travel. It takes more than 6 hours to go from Milan to Paris, but the trains are full. So I would say that I see the future as very positive. I feel confident that the sustainable means of transportation, which is the train, will go on developing in the future.
Thank you for your time today, Caroline. It's wonderful to meet you.
Big trip and
Thank
nice
you.
trip.
Bye, this has been great. I've loved being here in Milan, but I'm excited. I want to go to Turin. I have one question though. How do I get there?
So we are going to hop on this SNCF Voyages Italia train.
Okay.
We are going to enjoy the first class, the restaurant on board, and 1 hour and a half, and we will be right in Turin to enjoy.
Let's go. We're on the TGV Inouï, which is the train between Milan. It goes all the way to Paris, 7 hours. We're going to take it to Turin, which is about an hour and a half. It's only 10 euros or 15 for first class to get from Milan to Turin, and only 49 euros to go all the way to Paris. Amazing. This train has 8 train cars on it. It holds about 343 people, and the train is not quite high speed in Italy. It goes between 160 and 180 kilometers per hour, but once they get in France, they do get up to high speed rail speeds. This is an amazing way to travel between Italy and France. All right, we're in Turin, and they typically bring you out bruschetta here with lots of different toppings. We're gonna try this as our appetizer, and we're waiting for the main course, which is gonna be homemade pasta. Can't wait. All right, we've got our main entree here for lunch, and it is tricolor, which is the 3 colors, the tricolor flag of Italy. Red, white, and green. Buonissimo. That's a mole. Yeah, we're right here in front of the Mole in downtown Turin. It's the symbol of the city. For a long time, it was built in 1863. It was the tallest brick building in Europe. Now it's a National Cinema Museum, and it's on the 2-cent euro coin here in Italy. So we hopped on board their elevator to the top to view the city and then walk through its serene streets and gardens. Exploring Turin is a wonderful experience. Wow, what a great walk along that river. Pavel tells me it's called the River Po,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Po. And this square, it's fantastic.
Yes,
One of the biggest ones I've seen in Europe.
Absolutely. This Vittorio Veneto Square.
Okay.
Yeah, in the heart of the city of Turin.
Yes.
Beautiful place.
That's great, man. Well, listen, this has been great so far. Looking forward to more adventures here in Turin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
there we go. Cheers. In each city we visit, we're bringing you like a signature dish. Here in Torino, as they say here, we're going to try this biccherinen, which is coffee, chocolate, and cream. And the owner told me, don't stir it. So he said, go right in and bring it up and get a flavor of everything. Fantastico! After a day in Turin, we head back by high-speed rail to Milan. We're in the heart of Milan. They've got an amazing streetcar system here. They're called the Corelli cars. They were built in the 1920s, so they got that vintage charm, but they've been refurbished completely from the ground up, and they're amazing. They've got samples of these all over the world, including San Francisco at Fisherman's Wharf and Melbourne, and now we're going to ride them right here in the center of Milan and take a tour around the city. Come on with us. Here inside the streetcars, even the wood has been remade by the artisans of ATM in their own workshops. Underneath these benches, there are thousands of wires. This is a fantastic man-made work of art. In Milan, they're always on the go. So it's time for a little coffee at the bar, like they do, a little cappuccino. The interesting thing is, in Italy, they have some of the best coffee in the world, but they actually don't grow the beans here. They import them, but they prepare them in a fantastic way. We're way down in a deep tunnel for their brand new metro system here. ATM operates the metro system in Milan. It has 5 different lines. They also have 1,200 buses and a 5-line streetcar system that we showed you. For €2.20, you can ride for 90 minutes anywhere between all of those modes. And we're going to hop on here in just a minute and take a 15-minute ride to the airport. If you're coming to Milan for the 2026 Olympics and you get to the airport here, right here at the M4 line is how you board the metro. Let's go, I'll show you how. After you come through those doors, you come right here to the M4 line and you go down to the metro. Let's go. Tap and go. It's automatic, just like their trains. And it's only a 15-minute ride to the city center. It's going to bring you right up near the Duomo. Next, I met the director of a major rail association outside at a Milan architectural landmark. Silvia, it's amazing to meet you right here in front of this vertical forest. What's this building called?
It's Busco Verticale. It's a very nice building and it's famous really around the world. So I'm really glad that you are here and you can really see what is Busco Verticale.
Yeah, I've seen this in pictures. It's amazing. And that means like a vertical forest, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, thousands of bushes and trees on there. Amazing. As head of one of the big freight rail associations here in Europe, tell us some about what the association does.
Rail Freight Forward is a coalition of rail freight undertakings, and we represent more than 60% of the freight market in Europe. And our goal is to put more freight onto rail.
I imagine coordinating all this intermodal work that you do as an association requires a lot of new technology. Tell us some about that.
We have also we are investing also in IT solutions to improve and overcome the barriers of language, because in Europe we speak many languages, so it's not always easy. So in Italy, for example, we have many different borders, and it's not easy because each of our neighboring country speaks a different language. So we have the border with France, where, for example, our train drivers need to stop at the border. We need to change the driver and have a different driver on the train that is able to speak a high level of French. This is something that it's not easy because, of course, it's additional burden, additional costs. And for example, the International Union for Railways is trying to develop an IT tool that could help with this issue.
That's fascinating. So at each time one of your trains crosses the border, you have to have a new conductor come on that speaks that language, huh? Enjoyed a great conversation with Silvia in front of that fantastic building, huh? Next, we talk to Mauro Pisano. Mauro, it's great to meet you here in the City Life Shopping District at the Three Towers. That one's fantastic. I love it.
Yes, it's part of the transformation and the evolution of Milan. Milan is the heart of Italy in terms of business. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Pleasure mine.
Yes. So you head up Italy's biggest rail cargo association called Fair Cargo. Tell us about the association.
Yes, the association is the oldest one. What is important is track and railway are complementary. Now we want to compete, to be competitive, and to have a rail transport which is sustainable economically. And we need to have good infrastructure. We need good rules, and for this reason we have a support of the European Union. We work very much in Brussels. We are part of the ERFA, the European new entrants. And we work to have new rules on the language, on the habitation, the management of the infrastructure. At the end, the scope of the European Union is to have a unique European rail space, which is our target.
It's been great meeting you. Thank you so much. We wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Now we head to the train station to hop on another high-speed rail train to head to Florence. And we meet their head of safety beforehand. Fabio, this is great, man. Thanks for having us in here to Centrale Station here in Milan. Tell us about the station and your company.
Yeah, thank you to you and welcome here in Milan. This is the most important station in Milan. This is one of the oldest and one of the biggest stations in Italy.
Yeah.
He has more than 25 tracks in which arrives both regional train from the region, also high-speed train. And you see there is a lot of ancient buildings inside, but anyway there is also a commercial aspect.
So I know we're going to get on a high-speed train today between Milan and Florence, but tell us about what else Italo does.
Yes, Italo started this operation between Milan and Naples.
Okay.
That is the high-speed railway in Italy.
Okay.
And now, after 12 years, we reach 50 cities in Italy.
50?
Yes.
Wow, man.
Yes. And we have 51 rolling stocks, all 25 AGV where we go, and that goes to 300 kilometers. That is the maximum speed of high-speed rail in Italy.
Okay, 300
And,
kilometers per hour.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get on board the Italo high-speed rail and ride from Milan to Florence in style. Wow, Fabio, this is high speed, huh?
Yeah, so we are going 300 kilometers per hour. We started from Milan. We will reach Florence in just 2 hours. So this is our club. Is the best ambient in the train. Then we had also the Prima and the Smart Ambient. And soon we will receive service, some food, some drinks, and it's very comfort. You can do your work, you can do your phone calls, you can do anything you want in a very comfort way.
Yeah, I'm impressed at how smooth we're going. It is right now. We're very smooth. Look, I mean, it's not bumpy.
Yeah.
300 kilometers per hour is amazing. And the price is pretty reasonable. I mean, this is the way to travel, I would say. Instead of an airplane, you ought to take the train, right? And it takes you right to the center of the place.
Yes, this is the change of high speed. It changed the behavior of the passenger. They can take the train to do their work, to reach their parents, but in just 2 hours you reach all the major cities in Italy with very comfort. You can ride on this train easily. You can do anything you want, and you can have also some relax.
Yeah.
Some people sleep comfortably in this train.
And we arrive at the Florence train station to music and a swing dance flash mob. Firenze! Hey, a piano. Maybe I'll try a song. After all that song and dance, we worked up an appetite and went to a local food hall, Mercato Centrale, where we watched how they make local pizza and enjoyed the variations of the food of the realm.
Hey Paul, we have a surprise for you. You had another pizza, but this is better.
So we have a nice traditional sampling of what people think of as Italian food because it is fantastic. And we're here in the great city of Florence at an amazing food hall. Claudia, tell us what we have here.
Okay, here we have a diavola pizza. Here we have tagliatelle con ragù di cinghiale.
And it's got boar meat on it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
This is a typical carbonara.
But it's better in Rome, they tell me.
Yes.
So we'll try it there. And then,
Of course you have to taste it.
yes,
And then we have ravioli ai funghi. So
which is
ravioli
mushrooms,
with
right?
mushrooms,
All right,
yes.
now, this is a weird one. Tell me what we got here.
This is a lampredotto, which is a typical panini from Florence, and it has, you say it.
Cow stomach.
Exactly.
I'm going to put a stomach in my stomach. Let's try it. You weren't kidding, buddy. That's
Is
good
it good?
stuff. That's good.
And then we have two beautiful glasses of red wine. This is a Chianti red wine.
La Chianti.
So, alla salute.
Ching ching.
Chin chin.
Oh, you know what? We're going to a vineyard later today where they make this at a big castle. Let's see how it tastes. Ah, fantastico. Then my friend Pavel takes me on a walking tour of the cradle of the Renaissance, Florence, Italy. This is great. I love these squares.
It's very beautiful. We are in the center of in the downtown of Florence.
Okay.
It is one of the most important squares here in the city. Now it's completely open, but in the past it was used to be here a lot of houses.
So tell me about this. Is this your Duomo here?
This is the
main church?
the Duomo Square, and this is the main church, which is called Duomo too.
Okay.
And it's Santa Maria in Fiore, the name of the saint.
Okay.
And this is the Tower Bell. The Tower Bell was built by Giotto. Giotto is a painter. Is like one of the most important artists in the Renaissance.
Okay.
And we can see also here
The dome. Yeah.
The dome is
Yeah.
made by Brunelleschi. There is a history about it. This church was finished like in 14th century, but they cannot manage how to build so big dome on it. They had wait like 100 years until Brunelleschi born, and he figured out how to design and build such kind of dome.
Wow.
It was incredible.
That is.
Yeah.
So tell me about this. This is fantastic.
Yes, this is fantastic. This is the Piazza della Signoria, is the Signoria Square.
Okay.
And this is the building from where the Medici's family was ruling the city.
Oh yeah, the
During-
Medicis. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yes, very famous family here. Yeah, so this is the statue of Michelangelo, the David of Michelangelo. And it's very interesting, the statue, because if you can see the eye, the face, he is directing his glance to Rome, because it's a message to Rome that Florence is not weak. It's a very important city, and at that time was enemies, Florence and Rome. So this statue was a message for Rome, that be careful, I'm David, you are Goliath, but be careful, but we can still hurt you. This is one of the most beautiful, I think, the statues here in this square. It's Perseus who killed Medusa,
Right.
cutting her head. So it's made by Benvenuto Cellini in 15th century. I really love it.
Yeah, I've
It's-
seen it before. It's famous in America too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Pavel, this is the Arno River.
This is the Arno River, exactly. He starts from Falterona, which is on the south, a mountain in the south here in Tuscany,
Okay.
and cross Florence before going in that direction and reaching Pisa, in another very important city.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Exactly, the airport, but it's very famous, and then flow into the sea.
Okay. And tell me about that bridge there. That looks
Oh
wide.
yes, this is the Ponte Vecchio bridge.
Okay.
So it's the old bridge, the oldest bridge in the city. Is from the 12th century.
12th century.
Yeah.
Wow. What an amazing walk through. This is like where the Renaissance really got its start, right?
Exactly. This is the capital city of Renaissance, where all the most important painters and artists was living here. The Renaissance artists was, for example, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Donatello, Brunelleschi, so architects. All these guys was living here in so short time.
Yeah.
So it's like concentrating everything in this place. At that time, it was a majesty.
And it brought us out of the Dark Ages, the Renaissance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I can't believe we're going to walk on the Ponte Vecchio bridge. This is the one the Medicis used, right, to cross over?
Yes. This is the Ponte Vecchio.
Okay.
It's the old bridge here in Florence. And it's very interesting, the history about the corridor that is going through here upstairs. Was used by the Medici's family for going from the offices here, from the Signorina Square, to the Palazzo Pitti, which is the house of the Medici family.
Okay.
At that time, here there were the markets, where the people were selling everything, so there were a little bit of smell, maybe too much for Medici's family. So they decided at some time to remove from here all the market of fish and meat and allow it only the shops of gold. So that's why
jewelry and the gold.
Gold and jewelries, you can see only this. So no food, no fish, no food, just gold. And it's still like that.
Yeah.
You can-
Yeah, Rolex, they're all here, man.
Exactly.
After our walking tour, we took a ride up into the hills of Tuscany to see where they grow the grapes and olives, and to enjoy a fabulous dinner of local meat and fare with friends and co-workers from the area.
Don Paolo, non ti dimenticare.
You're having such a good time. But if you like what you see, you must like and subscribe. Capisci?
So, do you remember the wine we had for lunch?
Yes.
Yeah, so it comes from here. We are in Tuscany. This is Chianti. It's close to Florence.
Ah,
So,
nice.
yeah, this is a beautiful place.
Yeah, just, I mean, there's grapes everywhere. When we're driving up the hill, they're everywhere.
Exactly, olives, grapes. Yeah,
Olives and grapes.
olives and grapes, basically.
That's great, yeah. So are we going to get some more tonight at dinner?
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
Paul, dall'uva al bicchiere, un vino Chianti.
Salute.
Salute.
The next morning, we visited the operators of the Florence Tram, RATP Jest. Denis, thanks for having me here today, my friend.
Thank you, Paul. I'm glad to meet you in Florence.
Yes, yes. So this is the big tram system here in Florence.
Exactly. Here is from where everything starts every morning. The trams come from there and come to the city. We have a tram every 4 minutes at any stop of the station, 20 hours a day.
Wow. And what do we have here? Some new employee training?
Yeah, they are just new tramway drivers. We
Okay.
are forming them. The training program is very heavy. They have 1 month of formation, and they will be ready to drive next month.
So tell me about your trams. How many trams do you have?
We have 46 trams,
Okay.
41 working every day.
So you operate these all day long, lots of riders? Do you get lots of passengers that ride?
Lots of passengers, yeah. The tram has tripled the number of people choosing public transport in Florence.
Oh, wow.
We carry about 160,000 people every day.
Every day?
Every day. It's like to move out of Florence every day.
Yes, right. That's amazing. So this is where the people that are training will be sitting here in a month, right?
Exactly. So 1 month inside this cabin.
Very good. I love these, very long. How many people can sit in one of these?
At almost 300 people for
Wow.
a tram, in any
Yeah,
tram.
that's good. And so when you come on, what do you do here? How do you access the
The
system?
access to the tram is really simple.
Okay.
You just have to tap in when you come in, or you can even download the application before arriving in Florence if you
Okay.
are a tourist.
Ah.
It's easy, intuitive, and designed for everyone.
So this is your system map right now?
Exactly, Paul.
Yeah, so where are we at?
we are there.
Okay, that's the end of the line where this facility is.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we already connect all key destinations of the city.
Okay.
The hospital, the university,
Yep.
and the airport.
Oh, yeah.
And the city center of Florence,
It's right there,
where tourists
okay.
want to go.
Very nice. So where are we at now?
Here is where we are doing the maintenance of our trams. Every month, a tram is coming there to do preventive maintenance.
Very good. Wow, this is great to be here on a beautiful day. My old friend Fabio, thank you for having me in, brother.
Good to see you again.
Yes, yes. So tell me about what you do and the company does here in Italy.
Okay, so our ATP Dev in Italy is a holding company, and we have 3 contracts. Autolinee Toscane, bus. The whole region of Tuscany is operated by Autolinee Toscane. We have Jest, where we are today,
Yes.
the tramway of Florence. And then we have a smaller joint venture in Rome called Cilia Italia.
We're going up there later today. Maybe we'll see it. Yeah, yeah.
Those are the 3 contracts, the 3 operating companies we manage in Italy.
Gotcha. So you're over the one here in Italy, right?
Yes.
And tell me about the company globally. How does that work?
The company globally is the 3rd operator in the world.
Okay.
Our ATP Dev. We operate in 16 countries now.
So you and then the other 2 are what? Transdev and Keolis?
That's correct.
What, all French companies are running the world?
All French companies.
That's great. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. We don't transport people. We transform cities. That's what we would like to do. That's our vision.
I love that idea of transforming cities. How have you transformed Florence?
Well, look at Jest, what Jest did here. Just completely contributed to shifting the cities from a city with basically congested traffic,
Yes.
to a city where we are now planning the 4th tramway line. We started with 2. That was the original project.
Okay.
We're now talking about 4.
Wow.
And going beyond that. And you know, the final objective is to basically have a system transporting 110 million people in a city of 350,000 inhabitants. Can you
Wow.
imagine that?
Yeah.
And saving 33,000 tons of CO2 per year. That's what I mean by transforming a city.
Riding on the high-speed rail to Rome, this is one of the most beautiful vistas by train anywhere in Italy. So we just came from Florence to Rome, the best way to do it. High-speed rail, under 2 hours, 50 euros to ride. It's a great ride. Now let's go explore Rome. Wow, man. You think when you come to Rome, you're going to have to go somewhere far away to see the sights? We're in the Hotel Forum, and right here is the Nervo Forum and the Augustus Forum from 2 of the great Roman emperors, right here outside our hotel. When you think of Rome, you think of the Colosseum. Let's go inside. I love taking the big bus when I go to a new city. Rome is new to me. So you can do a whole loop basically in an hour and see all of Rome. So you get off the big bus, right there at stop 6 at the Vatican, coming up at the Castle St. Angelo, go up there and make a left, and we're on our way to the Vatican. No visit to Rome is complete without a visit to the Vatican, home of the Catholic Church. This is where the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV, lives from America. And as my friend Jaime always likes to remind me, yeah, but he spent 20 years in Peru. A great new Pope. And here we are, St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. So we jump back on the big bus at stop 6 after the Vatican, and now we're headed to the Trevi Fountain. Wow, we're at the Trevi Fountain, which is basically the god of the oceans are up there, and it's where the aqueducts that fed the water for Rome came from. You can see it's one of the most popular places because of Federico Fellini's movie, right? You know, right here, very popular. All weaving through the streets of Rome, there are these great alleyways with amazing cafes like this one. We just stepped aside from the fountain and found some of this. Tanarelli, cacio e pepe. This is basically just noodles with cheese and pepper, but it's considered one of the 4 main pastas here in Rome. I can't wait to dig in. And look where we're at. These are all these little side alleyways all over Rome. You can go down and sit down, have an afternoon little meal here, which we're gonna dig in now. All right, so we're in Rome, in Italy. Got to have spaghetti, which is fettuccine al bolognese. Let's try it. It's the first spaghetti I've had in Italy. Again, lots of rules here. Don't cut it. You got to twist it. If you cut it, you're breaking the Italian food rules. Ask Stanley Tucci. Very nice. It's got a the tomato flavor is richer and a little spikier, I think, than what we get in America, but it's really good. So carbonara, right, is the rigatoni with eggs, cheese, and pork cheek. It's always got the pork cheek in it. All right, so this is supposed to be the best. Here it comes. Wow, that is a full flavor. A little al dente, you know, not real soft. A little crunch, but not too bad. I give it a 9 out of 10. That's great stuff. And now the Pantheon. We just had a great lunch at one of the sidewalk cafes. Walked a couple blocks. Boom. It's got the biggest dome, unreinforced dome in the world. It's got an oculus light in the middle at the top. It's also obviously one of the best preserved monuments of ancient Rome. It was built around 100 AD. Look at it. Man, we've had a great episode today, haven't we? On Transit Unplugged TV, we take you around the world, unlike any other show, show you fabulous cities, all their food, fun, and culture, plus how to get around them using public transportation. On this episode, we've taken you to fabulous Milan, the center of fashion and culture, the amazing Duomo there. We've taken you to the birthplace of the Renaissance in Florence, and to amazing Turin. Wrapping it all up here, where else but in Rome, baby? Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Transit Unplugged TV. Stick with us every month here on YouTube and all kinds of digital platforms around the world.